19th, 2022. I'm over at the Morgan Trailhead here in Cleveland National Forest in the Elsinore Mountains, part of the Santa Ana mountain range. So we're just above Lake Elsinore, a short distance. So, Morgan Trailhead there is a major staging area for a lot of connecting hikes here in the Santa Ana Mountains. You can take it up that way towards San Mateo Peak, which is also known as the Elsinore Mountains High Point. You can connect with the Bear Canyon Trail. You can do some really long hikes into the San Mateo Canyon Wilderness. I was thinking about maybe going up to San Mateo Peak. But I'm going to do a little warm-up hike over on this side here. So I'm going to go up this way, see where this little track leads, just to kind of get a little bit of a little warm-up in before I start hitting up the Morgan Trail. The Morgan Trail, you can, if you're really in the mood for an extremely long hike, you could potentially link up all the way to Sitting Peak if you want to do a really long, drawn-out hike. And I know that hike will probably be much longer than the Bear Canyon Trailhead over by the candy store. If you want to do the really long version of Sitting Peak, you can connect with the Bear Canyon Trail and then head to Four Corners and take the Sitting Peak Trail. That's one way if you want to really add some mileage in. Most people just do it from the candy store. So it looks like we have a little old roadbed here. Trying to see where this will lead. Kind of forks off here to the left. Just gonna maybe go up to this little promontory here and see what the scene's like. It's been a few weeks since I've been hiking. 29th, I did Josephine Peak. So it's been quite a long stretch. Actually, this month has been extremely hot. Very hot for this time of year. We had temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s for several days last week. Then it finally broke around Monday, back in the mid-70s, and Tuesday and Wednesday in the low to mid-60s. Even got a thunderstorm. I actually posted a short video on that little thunderstorm we had. If you're interested in checking that out. Already got some nice views opening up. That's actually looking out towards the Sitting Peak area over there. So if you wanted to use the Morgan Trail to do that, you're looking at a really long hike. I don't know the exact mileage, but the Bear Canyon Trailhead on Ortega Highway across from the candy store is also a potential staging area to get to San Mateo Peak, which makes it maybe a little over 14 miles round trip. Would like to do that one day. See how cool that would be. Seen a lot of guys on YouTube do videos on both the Morgan Trailhead hike to San Mateo Peak, which I think is a little less than 5 miles, I think, round trip. I did that back in 2017. But I didn't do it from the Morgan Trailhead. I did it a little further down. Actually, I think I did it somewhere down there, and found a use trail that linked me to the San Mateo Peak Trail. That trail kind of goes along, does some ups and downs, and hits up near the peak, which is near that area. So I'm on this little promontory here. Looks like you could follow a nice little fire break. Well, you can see Ortega Highway sneaking its way down. There's a peak over there I did back in 2019, peak 3106. There's a little white flag at the top of that one. I parked somewhere down there, followed a very good use trail, went over that falls summit and up there. That was actually a fun little hike too. Not a very long one, it's a pretty short one. It's only a few hundred feet of climbing. It's steep in spots, but it's a really fun little hike. So one thing about this area, there are lots of dirt tracks and use trails. You can actually connect some pretty neat little hill hikes if you're so inclined. So down there, that's the Morgan Trailhead right there. So that's where I'm going to be returning to momentarily. And I'm going to pick up the Morgan Trail and then follow that until I see a little sign that points to San Mateo Peak, and then I'm going to take that trail. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe go down the backside of this, connect with the dirt road, and wind my way down. It's a very nice view from this little promontory. Kind of figured it would be. Figured it would be because it's a nice little pointy hill right in the middle of these beautiful Santa Ana Mountains. Or actually, this is more, I mean, it's technically part of the Santa Ana Mountains, but it's a little miniature mountain range connected to them called the Elsinore Mountains. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and follow this little use trail back down, and I'm going to take the dirt road back down to, this is South Main Divide Road. It's looking towards Elsinore Peak. So San Mateo Peak is the highest point in the San Mateo Canyon Wilderness, and also the highest point in the Elsinore Mountains, with Elsinore Peak being a very, very close second. They're only about 16 feet apart. Elsinore Peak is 3575, and San Mateo Peak is 3591. So it's already starting to get kind of warm out here. I'm already starting to sweat. It's supposed to be kind of warm today too. Down where I live, it's supposed to be like 76, 77 today, so we're still dealing with some unseasonably warm temperatures, and that's supposed to change tomorrow, and then we're supposed to go below normal for about 5 days before another hot spell kicks in to end the month of February and start the month of March. It's looking like we're going to have some more summer-like weather, temperatures up into the 80s at least. Again, this has been a very hot February this year. It's only been seasonally cool for maybe 5 or 6 days out of the 19 days, today being the 19th. So out of the previous 18 days, we've only had seasonal weather for about 5 or 6 days this whole month, and it's unbelievably dry. This is supposed to be the wettest time of year for us. Well, I'm just going to keep following this down. I'm going to rejoin the double track that leads over there to the trailhead, and then I am going to start on the Morgan Trail. See you over there soon.